Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono Cross. Last time, we defeated Dario a few times to show all the different ways of fighting one of, if not the most powerful boss in the game. Now, of course, he is optional, but after that, I went and I showed off some stuff in the bottom, and then in order to not have to load anything, instead of walking out, I decided to reload my save, because at this point, you go to the world map. This is the only time I've found so far that you go to the world map and you don't get an autosave. So I had to refight the boss. Again. And whatever. We have ways of defeating him, so that's fine. Anyway, after defeating Dario, we now can pretty much do whatever we want. We have access to the Master Mune. The Master Mune... Let's actually go into the right menu there. The Master Mune is, by strength stats, the second best weapon for Surge in the game, next to only the rainbow equipment that we will be able to forge in a little bit. However, the Master Mune has a unique quality to it that very few weapons have, at least to this extent. It will auto-crit, just like any shot or gun type weapons will against floating enemies. But in this case, it auto-crits on every enemy with a type. Now, it's not really part of it's part of the code, but it's not really revealed anywhere. But enemies generally have a type. This equates to more than half the enemies in the game, by the way, that we'll now be able to critical on. The Master Mune will crit on demons, dragons, floating, human, matter, which is usually these mechanical type enemies, soft, which is like the gloop type enemies, and zombie or undead enemies. There are two non-types. One is called Nashi or none, and the other is called Marine, which is usually most of the enemies we fought in like the first dungeon of the game. We don't run into them very often. And then I think a couple of them in the El Nido Triangle area under the sea there. But yeah, it's over half the enemies in the game that you can now auto-crit on. Using kind of the knowledge of, you know, what the types are, you can kind of figure out, you know, which enemies generally you'll be auto-critically against. And what this does is it basically goes from, oh, it's only 3 more attack to, yeah, it's 3 more attack. And then whatever a critical is, 1.5, 2 times. It basically increases your damage so much that it kind of nerfs a lot of the challenge that's left in the game. We've already fought the 3 biggest, strongest bosses in the game, that being Dario, Miguel, and Garai. There is one super boss that is still powerful, but most of the rest of the enemies in the game just can't stand up to what we have now, and will get better. So it's kind of going to nerf a little bit of the difficulty. That being said, a lot of my strategy up till now has already been to just buff Lynx and then have him go to town on whoever we're fighting. So it's not really going to change my strategy, it's just going to expedite how long boss fights take. So I don't think it's really overpowered in the sense that it's not going to change anything, it just makes things go faster, which is good, especially in a game where attack animations take forever and fights take longer than they probably should. On another note on those enemy types, there are certain ones that fall out of favor. Garai and Miguel look human, Robo-Ducky and Hi-Ho Tank look mechanical, and Tragedy Ann looks to be basically undead, but they are all without a type. So you can't use that as fact, but you can use it as kind of a starting point. Now, once we finished up all of our events, I guess I can pop in here to see what's going on, but I've already done that. So yeah, we'll move on from that. Now you get your autosave. So we can board the boat and we have free reign over wherever we want to go. Now we're going to get back to the whole situation at hand. let's go and get all of the dragon relics that we're supposed to do. Now you can do this in any order that you want. It really doesn't matter. You can go to the Water Dragon Isle. You can go to another world and do the other ones. I'm going to start with the Earth Dragon Isle. It really doesn't matter. It's just close. It's nearby. And, well, I don't want these party members anymore, so give me a moment. Okay, we're back. And these are the party members I've chosen. Basically, Fargo is going to be required for all of the dragon quests, even if I don't use him leading up to the dragon himself. He's going to be required for every one of the dragon fights, so, we got to be able to steal those plates. They're the only place in the game you can get them, so he's going to be around for that. Norse is around, even though this is a yellow area, mainly because, well, I've worked on everyone else's elements. We got the blue, green, red, black. The only one we have left to work on is yellow, so he's going to be sticking around for a little while too. Everyone's got Dreamer's bandana, and yeah, give the strength ones to the characters that are physically stronger. Fargo's not that strong this time around, so he gets the Dragoon's honor there. Stone equipment for everyone. Elements are, well, they make sense. Yeah, well, the Marble teams had their own issues. Seeking the powers of the sleeping dragon. Nothing but sand. Come back here. Yeah, we already learned about this. Did we? We told you about this before, right? Thanks to you, of course. Huh. All it took was some explosives to clear the path. If you remember when we were here before, we were we weren't able to get through because there was something in the way. You talked to the captain a second time. You heard of a raw material called rainbow. It's a fossil of a rainbow shell, which used to exist long ago. Very rare item these days. Can't thank you enough for getting our investigation started, so take it as a token of my appreciation. And we get a rainbow shell. Very nice. I will be letting you, showing you all of the rainbow shells that I'm going to get, and then once we've collected them all, I will talk about the ones that we have missed, either because they're rare steals or because I think that's almost the entire reason I wouldn't get them. But anyway. Right now, the only thing I don't remember is which path down I took the last time we were here, so I'm not sure where the treasure chest is that I got and where the one is that I didn't get. I don't see a treasure chest there, so I'm thinking I get this one, or did I get them both already? I got them both already. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, because I thought there was 2 treasure chests up here. Sand in your mouth. Gross. I could make various, Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker jokes here, but nah, why? See the monster over there? It's still as a rock. It's called a rock roach. It won't attack you as long as you don't approach it. Pretty much harmless. The thing must weigh a ton. Our explosives have barely enough power to blow it away. I was the one who blasted that one. It was actually my special explosive that did the trick. Why don't you have some? Sure. You can only blast the ones that are sitting there. Not any of the ones that are moving about or coming towards you to attack. Guarantee you'll have a blast with these. Yeah, funny. Anyway, for talking to this guy, we get the explosive. Now, I think we came here, there's 7 items in the area, but I think there's only 2 treasure chests, and you can see them both. That are actually in this part of the area. We were here before, and I think we got a couple pieces of mithril and a capsule, if I remember right. And yeah, so the only things that should be left after those 2 items that we just got are there. Can I make you go boom, please? There we go. They set the explosive, run for cover, and we blocked off that sand boil. Well, let's go grab ourselves a treasure chest. Nice reward for a job well done. Did not right. Yeah, if you didn't farm that stuff earlier, this would have probably been the area to do it, because the rock roaches that are moving around, you do have to fight, and they have a do not right common drop, and I believe it's a rare drop from the Fossicers as well. Don't creep up on me. Studying that thing's behavior. Sure. It's a long report. Don't leave. Walking back and forth, back and forth. Not stupid enough to fight it. Threw a rock at it and it just clammed up in its shell. Maybe you can push it over from a cliff in that form. Sometimes it stands right there by the cliff. That's when you want to push it over. Problem is, who's going to stand tall and fight it? Anyway, so he gives us the basic idea. You wait for him to walk over to the edge. You initiate battle with him. And we might as well show this guy off. I don't think... Okay, well, we have seen them before. They do come with yellow belly sometimes. Let's put that new weapon of ours to use here. Let's Eagle Eye Surge. And let's throw Strengthen on him for good measure there. What can Lynx do with the Master? Let's attack a Rock Roach here. No auto-critical on that, but we do more damage. There's the auto-critical. Only 550 damage with a normal attack. Yes, it has been strengthened, but as you can imagine, we do a lot of damage, especially if we prep for it and buff everything up. He basically becomes the only character you need to fight a boss. You basically just buff him up, and the rest is, well, the rest is you win. There are still going to be strategies required for a number of things, but basically that's going to speed a lot of things up. The Yellow Belly has an Earth Charm as a common steal if you're interested in getting hold of those, but why bother? As you can see, a lot of our other characters are going to have a lot of trouble keeping up with 550 damage. Yes, that was under strengthened, but you can still kind of see it. It's not going to be easy. So here's basically your Donatorite farming zone if you care for it. Remember, they are too heavy to move. Video game. Oh, you can push it now. Thought it was too heavy to move. Couldn't move it before. Now we can move it. I thought you had to explosive it all the time. Maybe if the 3 sand jets combine their forces into one spot, it could create a powerful sand boil. By the way, if you get all the way down there, you can't jump in there to do anything, so you can kind of figure out the whole process of what you're supposed to do here. You just need to fill all the sand boils, and let's see here. Does it even say anything? No, it doesn't even say anything. You can't do anything with that. Okay, we finished off that one. This one, for some reason, we can't push, I think. Video game? You know. Okay. Like, I couldn't push any of them before, and now they're letting me push them. I keep thinking you need the explosives for all of them, but I guess you just need it for the one. And that opens that. Now, I'm still gaining HP, so I'm going to go fight a couple extra battles so that I can get the mini stat up, and then I will see you in a moment, and we will jump into that thing. And indeed, it was only 2 battles. Strength and defense, strength and magic there, and defense for Lynx, and strength and resistance. Alright, I will meet you back down there, and we will continue on. on. Okay, we're back, so let's head into the sand boil. As you leave the screen and come back, a couple of philosophers show up on the screen. I don't need to fight them anymore because we already got the setup, so there's that. And we made it to the end, indicated by the change in music, and the save point, and the dead end. If you haven't saved and checked your equipment and all your setups and everything, you probably want to do that. Looks like it's a dead end. A natural cavern. Doesn't seem like a ruin. Absolutely nothing here. Definitely nothing here. Nothing at all. We're talking about seeking power. Are we playing Xenogears again? Careful, you'll get me excited. Aww. It's not Graph. Boo. Though that is a giant looking dragon. It looks kind of like the Golem summon in a sense. Just in the general kind of shape. But yeah, definitely bigger. The Earth Dragon. He almost looks like some kind of subterranean worm kind of thing, more than a dragon. Shall grant my powers to the ones who seek to break the eternal chains of fate. I need the dragon's god blessing. Son of man to challenge the goddess of fate, huh? Confront my trials. And we get round 2 with the dragon. Now, remember when I was saying about the Masamune being powerful against different enemy types? One of those types was dragons. Hence why I've done this entirely optional side quest before doing all the dragon fights except for the black one, so I could show off the strategy with the black plate. But yeah, we're going to nuke the ever-loving crap out of them. Let's get some stealing going here. First things first. We got pillage. We should get ourselves a nice yellow plate. There we go. And then I'm going to do a couple of attacks here just to get my stamina back for Fargo so that he can spend another turn and we can buff up Lynx. Because Lynx is going to do the bulk of the damage. Got to show off that powerful new ability we got there. First things first, Eagle Eye. And then Strengthen. And let's see what kind of damage we get against him now. Yeah, this game's kind of broken. There goes 1,000 damage. He's got about 3,000 HP. So, yeah. You want to make him do even more damage, turn green on Lynx. Now, this guy's basic strategy is to attack 3 times and then use an attack called Giddy Breath, which will deal yellow type damage to one target and then inflict dizzy. He also has a natural gas ability and a catastrophe ability that uses when he gets to lower strategy. You can also use the natural gas when the field effect gets more green, like it is now. Having more green on the field also will benefit me a little bit in terms of the amount of damage I can deal. So let's do a couple of attacks there. Do a 3. 855 damage. We've barely even hit him. Basically, our other characters are there for first round buffs, and then they're there to refill the stamina gauge. And that's your boss fight. Now, he's got a weird attack strategy. Apparently, he can use Catastrophe, and it's something that does yellow damage to all allies and inflicts sprain. But apparently, because he changed his attack pattern once he gets to lower HP, and he gets into a random part of that attack's plan, you know, his attack strategy, sometimes he uses it and sometimes he doesn't. Ooh, big HP, I like that. Not so big HP, but you already have big HP. Yay, look at all the stat ups. We got Cure All going, and for defeating him, we get Thunder Snake, the level 8 yellow element. So yeah, like I said, the Masamune kind of nerfs a lot of the remaining challenge. I'll probably show one of the dragon fights without it just to kind of demonstrate. But for the most part, it doesn't change how I would approach the fight. It just makes it go faster. So maybe we'll show the next one. What are we going to do on the next one? I think next time we will go for the opposite. This one's really dry. I think next time we'll go water. That it? Cross the worlds and seek the remaining dragon gods. When all of our powers are gathered, the Sea of Eden shall open its gates. Well, I'm going to back my way all the way out of here because we got everything we need, and then we will move on. Oh, well, I guess I'll show it just because it may not be obvious. You just have to approach this spot here and get a short little scene. How are we supposed to get back down? Maybe if we jump down there. Yeah, that's probably going to break an ankle or something, but sure, why not? Seem to survive any other type of fall. But yeah, you just get down here, and the game's really nice about this. It even shoots you up here so that you're almost all the way out anyway. And we made it back outside. So yeah, you can do the dragons in any order that you want, but because they are the way that they are, and 3 of them are in Homeworld and 3 of them in another world, and we already had to do the whatever it is, the black dragon from another world. So the only 2 left over here are either the water dragon or the green dragon. Since that's a lot more time intensive, let's go here. And the water dragon, it's pretty simple to go through here. Basically the same method as it was before. No, I wanted to go the other one. Go. And get that autosave there. Interestingly enough about this area, if you saved and came to Water Dragon Isle before, save the fairies, regardless of whether Rosetta lives or not, you will, they will be here. If you didn't come here at all, there are lagunates floating around all over the place here. And a sadder theme will play. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. But a sadder theme will play, and it's indicated or implied that the fairies had all fallen. I'm not going to talk to all of them because they're all over the place, and it really doesn't matter too much. Inside here, however, are more lagunates. I will be fighting a lot of them because I would like to get the experience for them. Yeah, go ahead and kick me. It's not going to do all that much. They're no different, I don't think, than they were before when we fought them. Basically, you just take the same strategies before. You attack a couple of times, you throw out Black Hole. Lynx does it on his own. You could try to be more creative with the fight if you want to, but you don't have to. There is one other enemy around here that does have something interesting about it. So I will show you when I eventually run into them, but in the meantime, there is something I want to equip on Lynx for going in here. We stole it a few episodes ago. It's called the Forget-Me-Not Pot. It memorizes monsters to be used with the Doppelganger ability. Basically, it allows someone other than Sprig to be in the fight in order to learn how to use the appropriate enemy with Doppelgang. So we'll put that on Link since he does all the killing anyway, and when I run into that enemy, we'll show that fight off. And there we go. The last of the new enemies, the Sidestepper. This one, you want Sprig to kill one of these guys. It also has a Cure-All as a rare drop and a Sea Charm as a rare steal if you're so inclined to go after it. Let's target the Sidestepper there. And okay, we can miss a bunch of times and get interrupted repeatedly. That's fine. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's must be a marine type enemy or a non-type enemy since we can't do massive amounts of damage to it. Okay, let's throw Lynx over there, target the other one. And Black Hole the whole lot of it. As far as I understand it, you can use either elements or physical attacks with Forget-Me-Not Pot, just like you can by fighting them with Sprig directly. We will find out if I am just guessing on that later on when we eventually try to go use it. Okay, and I just zoned in and out once to fight a couple more enemies so that I could get my my mini stat up here. So we've got strength, resistance, magic defense, lots of stuff. We didn't get any strength with Lynx, but he's got some pretty damn good strength already. And Fargo's been getting strength, so that's good. He's starting to catch up a little bit. Okay, we're back. I just made my way down to the bottom of this on my own. We fought enough of those guys to get our mini stat up. And there's our save point. Now, this guy is just hiding the treasure chest that I guess would have been there if you haven't done the dwarf quest here. I would guess it's still here. Can I avoid you? Thank you very much. This one you cannot avoid. This one is a required fight, and I don't know why. Because it's just a normal fight all over again against an enemy we've already seen. So there's that, I guess. We'll Eagle Eye, might as well, that way I won't miss, since I seem to do a lot of missing. And Black Hole, fast forward, go faster. It really is very nice to have the fast forward feature from the start of the game. It does save a lot of time, especially with regards to recording and having to do things over and over and over again, based on, you know, how I'm doing things. Water Dragon's just beyond here. Yeah, for some reason there's a scene here. I'm not exactly sure why. I do want to take that Forget-Me-Not Pot off now, since I no longer need it. And we will put a Dragoon's Honor in its place. I could basically just put both gauntlets on him, since he's going to be doing all the damage anyway, but lazy. Basically, the elements you need for a lot of these fights are a couple healing elements, a Strengthen, an Eagle Eye, and a turn of the opposite color. And we're still not going up to that pedestal. Going down here. Okay. We're going up to the pedestal. Okay, now it works for some reason. Not sure why it didn't work a moment ago. Time has come. Grant powers to those who seek to break the eternal chains of fate. You just said the same thing that the other one said. Yay for repeated dialogue. Alright. This one is a little more annoying, and if you're going to exploit any type of strategy to make it go faster, this is the fight to do it in. This guy, his attack pattern is attack 3 times, use 2 ice blasts, I believe in the same turn, or he'll use his tsunami beam tech, which will inflict flu on all of your allies. Then he'll go into deluge, more, he'll either go into icebergs, or he'll go into his other tech, which is ice breath. And this one is, again, blue, all allies, inflicts flu. So you're either dealing with flu, which I don't even remember what that does in battle, or you're dealing with frozen. If all of your party members get frozen, it's game over. So you don't really want to deal with that. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to start off with Norris. And we're going to Eagle Eye Surge before we do anything else. He's going to get a turn right off the bat. If you want to set up a summon in this fight to deal a lot of damage to him, you're probably best off doing it right away. Like right away while his attack pattern is all physical attacks. And then we're going to strengthen. And then Norris is going to do a chip shot. And he's going to turn red. I specifically ordered these so that the last 2 things we were doing were red innate. So that Link's, now being a red innate himself, will get additional damage from this. And he is down to about 1/3 of his HP. But yeah, the idea here is kill him as soon as possible. I basically told you his attack pattern. Yeah, during his 3 attack phase, that's when you want to deal all the damage to him. Now, even though it's not red innate, the advantage of using Glide Hook or any physically based tech is it always relies more so on your physical attack power than it does your magic stat. In fact, I don't think it relies on your magic stat at all. It's almost entirely on your attack stat, your strength. So this is going to do additional damage. It also has something to do with the weapon, so it does additional damage based on what criticals would have applied. So we go like this. Strengthen affects it. The the Master Mune's auto crit affects it. His natural strength stat, all these items, they all go into that, and we absolutely nuke the ever-loving crap out of this guy. That's how fast you can finish him off. And we get our stats. 2 in a row missed on strength for Surge there. But, oh well. And we get Blue Whale, which is the level 8 tech there. And we're going to get our beautiful thing there. And then I'm going to reload and I'm going to steal the blue plate, because I did not expect him to die in 1 round. I just wanted to see if I could. And yeah, we should probably get that. Okay, round 2. We'll let him show off some of his attacks this time. I know it's kind of rude to completely nuke all these dragons to that extent. I haven't taken the Masamune off, but I'll at least let him get some attacks off that aren't just, his physical attacks. One thing that you may want to do in a number of these fights is use Weaken or Imbecile to reduce the amount of physical and or magical damage that bosses can do. So that's a thought. We'll start with Pillage here. We'll get our blue plate. There we go. And we'll build up in a more normal manner. instead of absolutely buffing the ever-loving crap out of my characters. We still do 500 damage, but now we can at least see what this guy does. So his option was to either do this and potentially inflict flu, or he could have done ice blasts. I don't really care for ice blasts because frozen is far more deadly than anything else we could deal with. One other interesting thing is certain elements, I believe Inferno is one of them, Magma Burst is not, can inflict burns on the enemy. And if you inflict burns, it, I think, nukes his defense further. Yeah, so we got burns on him there. Let's Eagle Eye Surge there. And we'll do a chip shot. And then we will turn him red. And then we will strengthen him. So we've even lowered his health even more now. Let's just do one attack and see what we get here. Yep, even more. Alright, so yeah, now he's going to hit Deluge. Trying to see a little more of his attack pattern there. And that's going to inflict flu on the party. But yeah, as you can see, like, even if I'm not worried too much, like, there's not a whole lot in this fight to be worried about. Like, I don't need to inflict weaken on this guy. He's just physically attacking now. He must have restarted his attack pattern. He was supposed to go into Iceberg or that, but well, there's Ice Blast. And that can inflict Frozen, which kind of nukes your ability to do a lot of damage, and he'll do 2 of them in 1 turn. I didn't think he would target the same person twice. But it doesn't matter. Let's just put him out of his misery there. My strengthen probably wore off or something. The field effect also affects your physical damage, so maybe that was part of it too. But anyway, there we go. I figured I'd show the fight a couple of times there, give you an idea of what the boss can actually do. Blue Whale, like I said, the level 8 summon. We don't have any level 8 element slots yet, so there's nothing we can do with that. But there's 2 dragons gone in 1 episode because of the almighty power of the Master Mune. Next time, there is 1 more dragon here in Homeworld. Let's finish that off before we switch over to another world and figure out what exactly we can do there. But remember, I indicated that was on Gaia's navel, an area we can't get to. Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.